Hi everybody, it's Ben from the Order of St. Joseph, which is a holy order of the Summit Lighthouse, and I'm going to be reading from The Lost Years of Jesus by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. I'm just going to read you some excerpts from it. It's a really great book. Jesus spent time in India, and we're not taught that in canonical Christianity or in Orthodox Christianity. We're taught that Jesus spent all of his time, I suppose, in the Levant. I'm trying to think of how you describe the area in which he traveled. In Galilee and in Nazareth, and with the exception of going into Egypt, not really into Africa. But Thomas, I think in the 2nd century, and she talks about it in here, went into India and traveled in India. And this book concerns the discoveries of Notovich, who was a Russian journalist, Abhedananda, Roerich, Nicholas Roerich, who was part of the dispensation, and Kaspari, also known as Madame Kaspari, at TSL, and also in the other organizations that are connected to Guruma. So we have this book, and it has excerpts from the actual texts that they found in a lamasery in Ladakh. And back in the day, Ladakh was part of, I think it was India, Pakistan. What else is over there? I think maybe a little bit of, is it Saudi Arabia? Is that what I'm thinking? And I'll find a map, and I'll clarify that for you. And let me just make a copyright disclaimer. Copyright law, for people who don't know. I'm not violating any copyrights by reading from this because I'm using an alternative format. People have the right to compile information that is someone else's information and distribute it in a new format. If they're providing a value-added service. So I'm not violating any copyrights that anyone might claim to be imparting this information over the internet. Okay, and I know that because I used to work at a legal publishing company, by the way. So, okay. And I think what I'll do probably is I'll probably end up editing some of this because I haven't quite located the exact passages that I want to, from which I want to quote. And it's also sometimes, you want to go through in advance, and I see a really good transcription of a manuscript here. But I want to go through and read it first to make sure that I have the pronunciation right. So give me just a minute. Okay, and I wanted to add here that Elizabeth says that it is thought that Jesus passed through Ladakh on his homeward journey from Lhasa to Jerusalem. Okay, Lhasa is in modern-day Tibet. And I'm going to show you, take a look at this map, if you can see it. Can you see that? You see that terminus to the right of your screen with the yellow line? That's as far as he went, according to Mrs. Prophet. And then, so Jerusalem, Jerusalem is way over here on the Mediterranean. So that was the path. Ladakh actually encompasses, it's not by Saudi Arabia. It's way over here at the intersection of modern-day Pakistan, China, part of Tibet, and India. That area. So we can consider that, for our purposes, and for the purposes of the people who are, following Elizabeth Clare Prophet, her interpretation and my interpretation, we consider this a holy land from antiquity. Okay? And I believe that it's pronounced Himis. It could be Himis, I suppose. But that's the location, the town in modern-day India, which is where the lamasery was located. And basically the book is Notovich making claims, and then when people went back to verify those claims, they would encounter certain lamas who said, oh no, we've never heard of what you're talking about, or no, we don't have any scrolls here. Then other people went back, and according to their accounting, they were shown scrolls. So they were shown scrolls that refer to Issa, and I believe it was Notovich. It wasn't Rorik. I believe it was Notovich that made a transcription. Who actually sat? One of the voyagers actually sat and made a handwritten copy, but it was difficult at the time because of the language in which they were written. There wasn't any obvious way to interpret transcribe them, or rather to interpret them into English. So that's part of the challenge as well, and the lands weren't necessarily accessible, but there is a lake to which they refer, a lake in ancient India that they call, I think it's called Issa Pond. It's a lake or a pond. I think it's a pond called Issa Pond, which is where Jesus knelt to drink on his journey to Ladakh. And I will provide you the exact pronunciation of the town in which the lamasery was located.